I'm just testing out going live on YouTube. I just recorded a video of me cellaring, sorry, not cellaring, but vacuum sealing some of my tins here. So I just decided to press record and test how live is going. So already I can see one that popped in, so welcome, and I hope that the sound is decent. What I'm doing right now is I'm going through my square tins of McBaron tobacco mostly, some blue capstan and whatnot. And I decided to vacuum seal the tins with a plastic food grade vacuum sealer. And that is what I'm going through right now. So first thing I do when I get my tins is I date them. The tins have this serial number where I can just read that number and see when the tobacco is produced. So this tin of McBaron Classic Flake is from June 6, 2024. And then my thought process is that these square tins have a tendency to maybe lose its vacuum seal over time. So to avoid that, because I want to store my tobacco for a very long time, I decided that I want to make a second barrier to take care of my cellar, because I'm gonna store it for a long time. So you take these plastic sheets that you can buy, and I found a size that just fits for 2 square tins, and the finished product then looks like this. That I have 2 tins that is vacuum sealed. And the good thing about the plastic is that I can read the dates that I put behind on the tins through the plastic, and I can see through the plastic what tins I have. So the square tins I'm sealing 2 and 2, and the round tins I haven't really figured out yet because they are a bit funky to seal because they are round. But then the tins goes in a box like this, 2 and 2. So main priority right now is to seal the square tins, and then I'll get to the round tins later. Funny, my light is blinking. Anyways, so how's the sound, guys? And welcome to, we have 4 looking right now. We have Dan DM45, sound is good, and we have Katinger My Jones, hi, and we have Lester Field. Welcome, guys. I just recorded a video going through everything. It will be posted tomorrow, and that's 24 minutes where I vacuum sealed everything I have down here. But I just, as I said, wanted to check how live is working out, and to keep sealing these tins. So let me check Wi-Fi. Excuse me. How's the quality, guys? I have full connection to my Wi-Fi, so it should be okay. Okay, much better. Thank you. So I'm trying to put 2 and 2 tins together with the same date on it. So I just have a stack of 5 where I just put 1 stamp with a date on it. So I'll have to date all of these to make it fit. So this one is from 2020, and this one is the same. So I will just have to put one on this saying 5th of February 2020, like this. Two tins with the same date. And then we take a pre-cut sheet of vacuum plastic, and this size that I just found. Before I was using the rolls, and those you have to cut and seal each time. And this machine is just mainly a vacuum sealer that you would use to vacuum seal your food. It works perfect for this, at least that's what I came to conclude. And this size fits perfectly for 2 tins. And you put the open end inside of this vacuum chamber, like this, evening the tins in the middle, closing. And you put it to dry, and then you press vac seal. Yep. I hope the sound is not too bad. When it has a vacuum seal, it goes to seal, and then the machine seals it. And I must say it works great. Sometimes it has a flaw and you lose the seal, but that, when I just came to found out how it works, it's no biggie. Perfect seal. So next one. So this is the same. So that was February, excuse me, 5th. So 05 from 2020. And like this. My issue is that out of the square tins, I don't think I have 2 and 2 that has the same date anymore, so I might have to. Well, this is all the way back from 14, and this is 2020. I might have to call it on the square tins. No, I have a stack of 5 here. Let's open this bad boy up. Matthew guessed, you are asking if I had any tins fail on the seal with the square tins. As I just mentioned in the video recorded before I started the live, I just sealed up 2 tins of Capstan Blue from 2016. So they are 8-9 years old, and these hold up perfectly. I think mainly when you have square tins that fail its seal, this is just my guess, if you store it incorrectly, too cold, too warm, whatever, or if you throw the tins around, then they could pop. And some blends over a long time, maybe the pressure inside of the tins when the tobacco ages aids in popping the seal. So personally, I never had any tins that failed. But then again, I didn't sell tobacco for 20 years. I recently started, and I was able to buy some very old tins from time to time. And those that I bought had perfect seal. So I personally didn't have any issues. The reason I'm doing this is just because I want to store it for a long time, and I want to be extra careful because I'm investing a good amount of money into these tins. This tobacco is not cheap, especially not in Europe, and I feel like I have to take care of my investment. So I would rather have the tin sealed and then seal the seal. So if the tins were to fail, the plastic around it would be aiding in keeping the tobacco fresh. Also, I mentioned this on more times now, the pressure from the vacuum seal from the back will put pressure on the tin and hopefully aid in keeping the tin sealed. You just bought a bunch of McBaron to cellar. Now I have the fear. You shouldn't fear it. If you're gonna cellar it for 2-3 years, don't worry at all. Just store them and don't throw them around. I would say up to 10 years, no biggie. But people have issues with the square tins, especially, and the round tins you shouldn't really worry about. Let me see. Do you think you can seal tins like those from HU, like Louisiana Broken Flake, with this method? Let me just be clear. How does those tins look? Do you mean the Samuel and Gavith like tins, the square tins that are like longer? Garden Piper's asking this. Let me just pick that up a second. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. Are you referring to tins like this? Because this I'm gonna store just like I'm doing here. These fit perfectly into the plastic bags. Square tins is easy to seal, guys, because they are, yeah, square. The round tins is more difficult because you have so much plastic around, and since it's round, when it's sealing, it is pulling everything together, and it's like if you're gonna wrap a Christmas gift with a round gift, it's crumbling all around, and it's doing the same thing here. So you can see here down in the corner, it is pulling everything together. So it's difficult to wrap something square around something round. So you have to use way more plastic to not have issues. Yes. So the round tins I didn't start. I just tried this one. Yeah, but you should check your tobacco cellar each year, guys. If you're just storing your tins like this, I would take all of my cellar, and once a year I would go through every tin, knocking on it, checking that you have a seal. And if you have any doubts, I would remove the tobacco from the tin, put it into a mason jar, and have that tobacco be moving first in line to be smoked. And what I will be doing is that now I will go through this box once a year, and first I will check if the plastic seal is intact, and if that is holding its vacuum, I'll leave it. If the plastic seal has eventually failed, I'll check the tin and I will reseal it with plastic. So that's how I'm gonna go about it. Yeah, and as you say, Martin, round tins stay secure for many years. Square tins, as always, put in mason jars as soon as I receive. You can do that. Personally, I like tobacco in tins. Like, I like it I enjoy these babies. For me, if I have tobacco in a mason jar, it feels like drinking out of a open soda bottle. Does that make sense? I like the looks of it, I like the feel of it, and I like that it has never been opened. It is like unspoiled. It is like a virgin. If I open it and put it into a mason jar, I'm already starting to use it. I don't feel like I'm cellaring when I'm putting into mason jars. So I can totally understand if you feel that way, Martin. Many people just take the tobacco out of the square tins. One occasion I would recommend that you remove the tobacco out of the tins and store it in mason jars directly is if you want to smoke it faster, because the tobacco ages quicker, way quicker, when you introduce oxygen. So when you remove the tobacco from the original tin, put it into a mason jar, it will age faster. So if you want to enjoy some flakes in a year or two, remove it from the tin, age it in a tin like this, and never open it. 2 years later, it will have greatly increased in taste. Inside the tin, if it's sealed, it will age slower. Let's say I'm going to keep this for 10 years and I'm opening it. You should not smoke it out of the tin even though it's 10 years old. Take it out, put it in a jar, wait like a month, and then take something out and dry and enjoy it. Because both fresh and aged tobacco needs to breathe before it really tastes good. So that is my experience. No, and maybe I know what you're referring to, Matthew. Is that the tins from Turkey that is actually not sealed, the square tins? Because those you should either put directly into mason jars or seal like this, because they are not even vacuum sealed. Forgive me, I didn't realize before that that was what you meant. You're referring to the tins that are not factory vacuum sealed, right? Let me just do 2 tins. So this stack of 5 Blue Captain is from February 23, so 2 years old. If you didn't know it, guys, on every tin there's a number. It's easier to read on the US tins from Denmark, because they are actually stamped with a date that you can actually just understand. Here we have a code in Europe that you have to learn how to read. The first 2 numbers is 09, that has something to do with production. Then you have 23, meaning it's from 2023. And then the last 4 digits, the first 3 of those is 041. That means this is the day 41 of the year 2023. And I have looked that online, and that comes to be February 10th. And then the last number has something else to do with production, maybe the machine or the batch or whatever. So that is how you read these. And then my process is that I put a stamp on every tin to make sure I'm not gonna confuse myself. I put one like this, a sticker, and then I all the time know that this tin is from February 10th, 2023. And then I'm gonna take 2 tins with the same date and put that in a plastic seal together, so I'm not having 2 tins with 2 different dates. So now we have 2 Blue Captain with the same date. I'll respond in a second, Matthew. I'll just seal these 2. So that is not what you should do. That is exactly what you shouldn't do. Drop your tins. That is stuff like that can break the seal. And square them out. Close the lid. Put it on dry and vac seal. Hi, young investor. No, I'm not growing this tobacco myself. It is mainly, I'm having here McBaron tobacco and some Capstan, also made from McBaron, by McBaron. Thank you, Martin. Let's see if we have any questions here. Maybe I'm not familiar with the round cans you're referring to, Martin. The HU blends. Are those from Germany? And we have one guy referring to some tape. I've heard this method before. That means then this is the finished product that goes into the box. I've heard about the tape before, that you can take a square tin and you can put some kind of sealing tape around here, but vacuum is not something that you can like kind of have a vacuum. You can kind of have a seal. A seal is a seal. It's on or it's off, if you understand. So I guess you can put some tape on. It's like, okay, if you close this plastic box with the lid, it keeps air out of it, but it's not tight. I'd say it's more or less the same if you put this tape around the edge of this can, this tin. To me, that is not safe. It's not sealed. Okay. Let's do a few more. I have a decent amount of blue Capstan. What I'm missing is more of the yellow. And guys, if you like the Capstan flakes that McBaron took over years ago and have been producing for many years, as far as I'm informed, the blue is the only one that will stay in production, and that is the heavier of the two. If you compare them, blue Capstan is heavier and stronger, and the yellow is milder. So if you like the yellow one, this is one that you should try to cellar faster, because the blue one will stay and the yellow will eventually go away. People have been reporting that blue Capstan is not the same anymore as it used to be. People are reporting here in Denmark that have been smoking blue Capstan for years, and when they went away from it and they went back recently, it is not at all what they remember. So do you guys have any experience with blue Capstan not being as good as it used to be? Because I haven't tried the original English version. I only know the version from McBaron, and I really enjoy it, but it really improves with age. You should age it. 10 years on Capstan is... And I have been lucky to acquire some tins that already had age on it, because I haven't aged tobacco for 10 years myself yet. So I'm just putting the date on these tins like this. Like this. How is the live experience, guys? This is the first time for me. How's the quality? How's the sound? Is it shitty? Is it okay? I've heard about the aluminium foil tape also. A guy called Doing It Wrong is referring to those. Again, this tape, I don't think it's a seal. It is just it is a tape. Also, I don't think, maybe I'm a little bit OCD about this stuff, but a beautiful tin like this with tape around it looks, ugh. I can live with the plastic. It at least looks clean, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't enjoy looking at my taped tins. It looks repaired. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do one more. I hope the sound is not too bad when I'm pulling the trigger on this vacuum sealer. Here we go. Live is excellent. Perfect, guys. I might have a little bit of a double thing going on because I just recorded 30 minutes of this whole process going all the way through the information, and I will be posting that video, and now I'm doing a live, and that will also be up. And so at least I have enough of this sealing process here. I must say, it works great. Now we are out of these. One second, guys. Excuse me. Last sheet. And this was, I dated it February 10th, 2023. So now I have the issue that I am more or less out of tins that can be dated 2 and 2. Oh, you have some McBaron Royal Twist garden piper. I just uploaded a video where I was able to snag 8 tins out of Germany. Where do you live, garden piper? Are you from the US? I think Royal Twist was only available one time in Germany with a limited tin production of 3,000 tins. And as far as I know, US have had limited releases of Royal Twist once a year for some time now. Jesus, 10 tins, and you're from Germany. Where did you buy it? From Cigar World? My goal was originally to have 10 tins, so that's very nice. I'm aiming for 10 tins of each of the blends that I really enjoy, mainly flakes and coins. Exactly. Okay, Cigar World. And from Hamburg. Where in Hamburg can I go to have a nice experience with pipes and pipe tobacco? I went to Peter Heinrich's in Cologne last week and had a wonderful time. That was where I picked up my 8 tins of of Royal Twist. It was just standing there. Let me just check my cellar if I have more square tins. 1 second, forgive me. Nope, I'm all out of square tins. And I know that I have some more HH incoming, so that I can, how do we go about 2024, 2024, 23, 23, 2020, 2022, 4, 3, 2, 2020, and 14. Okay, so I have 2 capstan that are more or less from the same date. We'll go for that. The reason I have this cutting board in front of me is to bring the tins up into level when I'm sealing, so I'm not pulling on the back. I came up with that myself. Clever guy I am. So, and hit it. Pfeifendepot und Pfeifentisch. Okay. I haven't went to any tobacco shops in Hamburg yet. I want to do that sometime. At least it's both capstan. I can live with that. Then we can do. We will wait with these 2 HH. The Navy Flake from 2022, 24, 24. Okay, we will. This annoys me. I'm OCD like this. Let's do it, guys. We'll put a vanilla flake, classic and Virginia flake together. Actually, I want to mention one really interesting point that I just heard from an interview very recently from the guy that used to run McClellan Tobacco back in the day. Even the sealed tins like this are breathing through the tin or through the seal. And how do I know that's true? Have you ever had your tobacco stored in a closet or somewhere? And when you open it up, you can smell tobacco. And all the tins I had here, I had in a box, like in a huge plastic box like the one on the floor here. Every time I open it, it smells like a tobacco store. So the tins, even though they are sealed, are actually on a very, very, very small scale breathing through the seal somehow. And that is also why I think this is a good idea. Ba-da-bum-bum. Is it true that German consumers are not keen on aging tobaccos? That is very true. What I'm doing here is extremely uncommon in Denmark. I might actually be, I'm not even lying. I might be one out of a handful of guys that are doing this. Cellaring tobacco is not even a thing. Pipe smokers would look at me like I'm weird in Denmark. Denmark has a long history of pipe smokers, and this new generation of pipe hobbyists and enthusiasts and pipe collectors and guys like that are geeking out on pipe tobacco are the younger generation, and they are quite rare. Uh, the older generation never ever stored pipe tobacco. They would even throw out tobacco if it dried out on them. Germany is the same. Cellaring pipe tobacco is not a thing in Europe. It is only started from influence from social media, taking inspiration from the US, more or less. Just gotta check the clock. The wife and kids are in the movies to watch Vienna 2, the tune. I have two girls that are having the time of their life. I just need to pick them up. So when that happens, the stream will end. Then we have Paul the Surge Light Piper. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. Hello. What is the time over there right now? 90% of my viewers are from the US, by the way. So if I'm gonna have people join me, I should probably stream live next time, trying to reach you guys in the US. Mason jars is perfect for a storage where you introduce oxygen, obviously. If you're gonna long-term store in mason jars, never open it. Just seal it and put it away. And eventually, when the tobacco is aging, it will create its own seal, just like a tin. But don't open it to smell it. Leave it. Oh, it's early day. Halløjsa Kevin Mathisen fra København. Okay, let's seal these two bad boys up. Let me just check. Excuse me. I hope I'm not interrupting the stream. Yeah, I'm back. Minnesota. All I know of Minnesota is that when I used to watch Beverly Hills 90210 as a kid, Brenda and Brandon was called Minnesota. Hello, Minnesota. Am I right? Wasn't it that? Okay, we have South Africa. Amazing. It's 1747. And we have here an hour ahead of you. You're at work, Paul, but you're not working. Are you on lunch break? So let's seal this bad boy up. Full Virginia flake. I would so like to cellar deep with this full Virginia flake. I like it. It ages perfectly, but distribution of this in Denmark is a mess. It is first shipped to Germany, where they make tins for the Danish market with a Danish label, and that process makes it costly for the end consumer. So I have 50 grams, or you would probably say, what is that in ounces? Anyways, 50-gram tin. I bought this in Denmark for 205 Danish crowns. Do the math yourself. This is expensive. It's too expensive. I could get a 100-gram tin of McBaron for this price. So even though I would really enjoy it, it might just not be worth it for me. Stuttgart. 1.764 ounces. So I'm not gonna pair this tin with anything else. I'm just gonna put it straight and waste some plastic. It's okay. And hit it. It's not sealing. It popped out. Let's try again. There we go. Kevin, you just started making your first pipe. That sounds amazing. Spoiler alert, in the back of my head, I'm planning that journey myself. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on it right now. Right now, I'm focusing on restoring, repairing pipes and getting that knowledge to a perfect art. And then eventually, I'm not gonna say it loud, I would love to make my own pipes. But I feel like I'm not gonna, that will come later. So what should I do with these last 5 tins? Should I seal them individually or pair them or wait till I have... No, but then again, I'll actually never could pair them with tins with the same date anyways. 2023, 2022. These two I can fit together. HH, Pure Virginia. HH, Burley Flake. I'll do the last tins here, guys, and we will probably end the stream. The live. Whatever you want to call it. Any last questions, guys? I'm happy to answer. If not, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Many of you guys that are watching are not subscribed, and it kind of means something to the guy that is creating the content. I'm not monetized doing this content, and I will never be, because it is tobacco related, so you can forget about this. So there's no money in this for me at all, and there will never be. But having a reach feels kind of good. Okay. What should we do? 2022, 2014, 20. Okay, I'll do like this. Just to be done with the square tins, because those are the ones that. Thanks for the sub. The square tins, I'm more in a rush to seal, because I'm not so worried about the round tins, as I mentioned before. Thank you, Martin. I will probably be doing a live again. That was very fun. I could be doing a live or a comment maybe. What should I go live with? Should I go through my estate pipes? Should I talk about specific pipes? Should I live stream while I restore a pipe? I should definitely go live while I smoke a pipe. I haven't done that. I'll try to do something that actually annoys me. Vacuuming these two together. My OCD will not allow it. Live restoring is awesome. I'll be doing that for sure. Let's see if this is a possibility. That just looks awful. We'll do it anyways to conclude the video. The round tin will fuck it up for me. Excuse my language. The round tins just pulls everything weird together. Looks like it's gonna work. Okay, it did work. And I put it lopsided. Okay, so what we're left with is this. Box of square tins. They are ready to be cellared now. And I'll store this box in humid and temperature controlled environment, not to have issues. So that was a total of 50 minutes of a live stream. So yeah, the goodie box. For you guys that joined the live stream, this was a test to just see how everything worked, and it seems it worked out fine. So thanks for joining, and make sure to subscribe on the channel, like the video, and be looking out for more videos. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.